Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Daniels looking to throw. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's the option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work, because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly. And most of the time, unsuccessfully.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He completes this to Walker. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw. Booth. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Seahawks at 6-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Booth. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Successfully to Knox on the out route. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, Do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they're certainly playing their best football of the year.
2nd and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Gets around him. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the gun. Booth. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
complete to Mark Andrews.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. To throw is Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. Staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down with that throw.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To the air goes Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to pump the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. York able to send this one through. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
79 Broncos.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A gear for Walker running right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Give to Walker on the read option. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
Street. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Back to throw. Booth.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let him run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Booth.
On the move past the 40.
And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Buffalo 18. Come 19. Come 19. Ready,
Looking to throw. Booth.
He's into space past the 25.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
We'll get that to Charbonnet.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Walker.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Throwing after the interception. Booth.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
Straight ahead, Walker.
There's a nice move. Oh, and now he bowls him over, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
46 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation. Down the right sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 58 yards.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Booth. Throw out wide to Walker. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Check smash, check smash. Mustang 19. Go.
Operating from the gun. Booth. A short throw caught by Andrews. He's got the first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
And that's good for a seed.
They'll look to throw again. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go, set. 79 Broncos. 18 ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Track at 60.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They've got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Go street. Buffalo 18. Set go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, these guys are now going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Set. Ready.
Back to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably